Kaelin Vex stood at the edge of the old forest, her boots sinking into the damp earth as she gazed out upon the sea of twisted trees. The air was heavy with mist, and the only sound was the distant hum of the nearby highway. She had been walking for hours, but the forest seemed to stretch on forever. Kaelin's task was simple: find the location of the abandoned logging camp that the company had shut down years ago. Her supervisor, Arcturus Winter, had instructed her to locate and assess any remaining equipment, as part of a larger effort to reclaim and repurpose old facilities for new projects. As she walked, Kaelin's thoughts drifted back to her conversation with Winter earlier that morning. He seemed off. Distracted. And yet, whenever she tried to pin him down on specifics about the project, he became evasive and dismissive. It was almost as if he didn't want her to know something. Shrugging off the feeling of unease, Kaelin pushed forward into the forest. The trees grew closer together here, casting long shadows that seemed to writhe like living things on the ground. She pulled out her map and compass, trying to get her bearings in the dense underbrush. As she walked deeper, the silence began to feel oppressive. Kaelin couldn't shake the sense that something was watching her, just out of sight. Every snap of a twig or rustle of leaves made her spin around, but there was never anything there. Suddenly, the trees parted ahead, and Kaelin caught sight of a clearing. In the center stood the remnants of the logging camp, crumbling wooden buildings, rusty equipment scattered about, and what looked like an old generator lying on its side. Kaelin approached cautiously, her senses heightened as she scanned for any signs of danger. But there was nothing out of place, just a sense of familiarity. A feeling that this was exactly where it should be. As she began to survey the equipment, Kaelin noticed something odd. Every machine and tool seemed to be in perfect working order. Not a single rusted part or broken hinge marred their surfaces. It was as if they'd been recently used, but there were no signs of human presence anywhere nearby. A shiver ran down her spine as she realized that something, or someone, must have maintained these facilities, keeping them running smoothly in secret. And yet, the more Kaelin looked around, the more she became convinced that this was not just a case of benign maintenance. There were signs of deliberate preparation here, as if whatever entity had tended to this camp was waiting for something. Or someone. Kaelin's skin crawled as she turned back toward the forest, her mind racing with questions and fears. She knew she needed to get out of there, fast. But as she turned, she saw that Winter stood at the edge of the clearing, watching her with an unnervingly calm expression. "You found it," he said, his voice low and measured. "Excellent work, Kaelin." As Kaelin's eyes met Winter's, a creeping sense of dread began to take hold within her.